Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to Book a Day. Today we're going to read the book Maybe Tomorrow. Do you notice how I pronounce that? Listen again. Maybe tomorrow? Remember, when we have a question mark, when we say what's in a story, our voice sounds a little bit different. Today's vocabulary word is hesitant. Repeat, hesitant. It's an adjective, a describing word. It means nervous or uncertain, like someone afraid to jump off a diving board. Look at how hesitant our little guy looks. Can't blame him. That looks like a real tiny swimming pool. He looks nervous or uncertain. He looks hesitant. In today's story there is going to be some symbolism, meaning something in the story is going to represent a thought or a feeling in the real world. Let's read and see how hesitant connects to our book a day. Maybe tomorrow. Alba had a big block. She'd been dragging it around for a long time. It made her walk slowly. It made her think darkly. It was heavy. Norris danced everywhere he went, even uphill. One day, Alba was sitting on her block in the park like she usually did. Along came Norris in a cloud of butterflies. At first, Alba couldn't see him in all that shininess. "Hello, I'm Norris," he said. "Do you want to go on a picnic?" "I'm Alba," said Alba. "I do not go on picnics." "Well, what do you want to do?" asked Norris. "Sit here with my block." "But you're already doing that." "I know." "Is it fun?" "Not really, no." "What's in it?" Norris wanted to know. "In it?" said Alba. "What do you mean?" "Well, it's a box, isn't it?" "Something must be inside it." "It's not a box, it's a block," said Alba. "Are you sure?" asked Norris. "Yes," said Alba, prodding it with her umbrella. She always carried one in case it rained. Norris sat down next to Alba. "I feel something in there," he said. "What?" asked Alba, who didn't feel a thing. "Something sad," said Norris. "I think it wants to come out." "How?" whispered Alba. Norris and Alba sat there thinking. The butterflies flitted this way and that. "Maybe tomorrow," said Norris as the sun set. "Maybe," said Alba. The next day it was raining. The butterflies looked a little damp. The weather didn't slow down Norris, though. Oh, my goodness, let me try my pronunciation on that again. The weather didn't slow down Norris, though. "You're making me dizzy," said Alba. "It's time for tea," said Norris. They had good, quiet tea with rain in it. "Maybe tomorrow?" said Norris. "Maybe," said Alba, "if tomorrow ever comes." For how would you describe how Alba's feeling right now? What do you think this block symbolizes or represents? Tomorrow didn't come, but another day did. "It's really time," said Norris, "because I want you to come to the ocean with me." Okay, I'll just take my block, said Elba, surprising herself. But it's too heavy, she added. Right? My butterflies and I will help you, said Norris. For if this block represents like sadness or a really difficult feeling, what do you think the butterflies represent in this story? What do the butterflies for Norris represent? Maybe positivity? They did help. It was a very, very long journey. Elba and Norris talked and didn't talk. I miss little bird, said Elba as they crested the last hill. She is gone. I miss her too, said Norris. Elba paused. But you didn't know her. No, but you are my friend, so I can help you miss her. By the time they got to the shore, Norris knew many things about Little Bird. We watched the moon together, Elba said. She taught me to sing. We were hardly ever apart. She loved you so much, Norris said. Yes, said Elba as the waves crashed. Some of the butterflies started to fly out toward the horizon. Come back, shouted Elba. It's okay, said Norris. Sometimes we have to let things go. They both sat down to rest on Elba's block, but there wasn't enough room. I think it's smaller, said Elba in amazement. And lighter. Definitely, agreed Norris. Together they stood and faced the roaring sea. I'll always have this block, you know, said Elba. Yes, maybe you will, said Norris, but I will help you carry it sometimes. The two friends stayed by the ocean until the sun set and the view was calm. Some of the butterflies came back. Some flew off forever. The next day was sunny. Do you want to go on a picnic? Norris asked. Yes, said Elba. What do you notice? What do you notice about Elba's block? It's smaller. What does that symbolize in our story? What does that represent about how our Elba is feeling? There they are, having a picnic in the sun. Oh, I loved that one. That story had a lot of meaning. That story taught us something about things that happen to people in real life. What do you think the author's message was in that story? Let's go back to our vocabulary word. Hesitant, nervous, or uncertain. Write a sentence below including the word hesitant to describe something that happened to one of our characters today in our book. I would say at the beginning of our story, Elba was quite hesitant about leaving her sadness behind and moving forward. Thanks for joining me for Book a Day Forum. See you soon.